Everyone, welcome back to Barbie Dolls of the Week. So this week I want to show you an anniversary doll that came out not too long ago that I just got, and some other dolls that are new this year, and just kind of compare some of them and see what you think versus, obviously what I think. So let's get started with the newest doll, and this is the Mattel 80th Anniversary Barbie. Now, Mattel started 80 years ago, and Ruth and Elliot Handler, were two of the, I guess, three people. I hadn't heard this other guy's name, Harold Matson. Matson, yeah. And so, between Barbie and Hot Wheels and a lot of other toys over the years, they're celebrating 80 years. So they did a special Barbie. Now, there's obviously a Caucasian one, but I got the African American one, and here she is. She is in a lot of red, isn't she? I'm going to show you the picture on the back because you can see it better without the glare. I love a good updo, and so that really drew me to this doll. Look at that updo. That's just amazing. She's got gold earrings, which I think go well with the red, and it's a little bit holiday feeling, which goes along with some other things today. But I do like this dress, and it's not really poofy at the bottom. Now it's got this sort of overlay that you see again on the picture here, even better. But the dress itself is sleek, which I really like. I like the iridescent red that she has on, and here's a closer picture of her face. Unfortunately, you get the other version up here in the camera. Here's another view. Let's see how she looks when you compare the picture of her face, which actually I don't like as much as the real doll in this case. Why might that be? Well, I think she looks a little bit more realistic in the on the doll, her face, than in the picture, which looks more cartoony a little bit, just a little bit. By the way, I just noticed, I hadn't noticed before until I looked at this picture, that the gold earrings have red squares on them. And you can see that here, right here. And indeed, that is how they are. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. There, we can see it. I really like that. Boy, that's a nice detail. She also has this bracelet on, which is attached, well, also this tag is attached that says Mattel 80th, or 80th with Mattel in the little circle, just like this on the front. Which again I think is an interesting and nice touch. I really like the box design of this. It's not any typical box. It's unusual. I mean, I think I have seen it before in some kind of Barbie, but not often if that's the case. Not positive. But I think she's just gorgeous, isn't she? I don't know. Do you agree? I say, isn't she? So now the Caucasian one is okay as usual, but I won't be getting her. These run $59.99 on. I got this through Amazon, I believe, and I had some points, reward points, so I didn't pay $59.99. And they also had a special going on during their recent Prime Days, where if you bought two dolls, or I think it was $80 worth total of these category of dolls and other things, you got $20 off. So I got a really good deal with that $20 off and the reward points. So now on the top, by the way, she has some poofy. I can't really tell if that's built into the dress, which it looks like it is, or if that's sort of like a boa. If I look at the picture, I still can't really tell. What do you think? And it kind of looks like it would flow right into this overlay part, but it doesn't seem to do that in the mid part of her waist area. There doesn't seem to be. So it just seems to be up top and down below. Now this is, I'm assuming, and I'm pretty sure, a Model Muse body. She's posed. They do that a lot with, these type of special dolls and the holiday dolls and others. And for these type of dolls, I think it's extremely appropriate. You wouldn't want made-to-move body. I wouldn't want on something like this. It would look really odd, I think. So, yeah, she's a good tribute. And I meant to mention the background. So the background, I think, really does add to it with the black and the red. I could have done without the Charlie Brown shirt pattern. You know, like some other pattern would have been nicer, but I actually like the part around her more than this part up here, because this part isn't so much like that Charlie Brown stripe looking thing. But yeah, this top part I would rather have not been there, just like some other black and red design. But it's okay. I mean, I don't dislike it. What I like is it adds a pop of a contrasting color, because you certainly wouldn't have wanted it all red, I don't think, behind her. It would have been too much red. Or, you know, they could have chosen to make that gray or something, like a light gray, silvery kind of almost, with some red in it, I guess. But anyway, I think this looks pretty good, to be honest. And, of course, the back of the box, or the whole box other than the clear part, is red and black as well. So I think that was a good choice. You know, also when they do font or lettering on a box, to put white on black is obviously good, because you can see it much better. I don't need my reading glasses for this. And they're also big enough. It says, Barbie radiates glamour as she celebrates the momentous Mattel anniversary. Looking red, carpet ready, she wears a breathtaking glittery gown, accentuated by tulle sleeves and a dramatic bustle and train. Okay, so that's what they're considering that. I can't really tell from, you know, seeing it this way. But it makes sense. She has matching gloves, ruby-colored pumps, and bold drop earrings with golden M on the... Oh, okay, an homage to old-school Maddie Mattel logo. Fitting tribute to a legacy that has spanned decades and inspired children of all ages. So, yeah, let me see if I can see. I don't see the M that they're talking about, but... Okay, maybe I'm missing something. Or maybe it's not actually an M, but that's what it sounded like. The Maddie Mattel logo. Maybe that's just not an M, though. Okay, so anyway, that's her. I really like her, and we'll be absolutely keeping her. Now I want to show you another doll that I got along with her that I don't know if I'm going to keep. I'm kind of leaning towards not keeping this doll. Let me show you her. This is the Holiday, as you can see, African American doll. And she's one of 4, and I don't know, there might be, I think there is a redhead from Walmart again, but I'm not 100% sure, a special, you know, just at Walmart kind of thing. So here are the 4, and I believe I've shown one of the other ones already that I got, but I'm going to show her again shortly, just to kind of compare. Now this doll is, if you look at the picture of this one, that's what I got her based on. Now, again, I don't really want the blonde. I probably will get this one, especially when I can get a good deal on her. But here she is again, and if you look at her, again, it's kind of opposite of the doll I just showed you. I like the picture better than the doll's face. So I want to show you this again. So look at this picture of this doll. And of course, this is a prototype. I get that. But then when you look at this, I just don't like it as much. I do like the earrings. They're okay. I've said this before. I'm not a big fan of this dress. Only getting these because, you know, I want 1 or 2 of them, and they go with the male dolls very well. The gold, I'm okay with the gold. I just don't like the design of it. I don't know who designed this dress, but I don't like it. There's really nothing I like about it. The bow, the fluffy stuff at the top. Of course, the fact that the dress material looks like drapes or something. I mean, I've seen drapes in this material, kind of similar material, so, or similar pattern, and it's like a, what is that, is that a brocade or a something? I'm not sure if it says, let's see. Stunning combinations of gold and silver, it's ready for timeless elegance. Well, I don't know if they mean the background is silver. I'm not sure, but of the dress fabric, but I mainly see gold and what I would have called whitish, creamy color, but I don't know, maybe that's what they're talking about. But I just come back to her face, and I'm just not liking it. It is, in my opinion, too cartoony looking. I just don't like it. Like when you compare that face to this doll right here, I showed you a few videos back, I don't think her face is cartoony. I don't know, it's doll-like, but it's not cartoony. To me, there's a difference. This one, especially if you look at her eyes, yeah, I'm not feeling it. So yeah, I'm probably going to return her. Now, I want to show you the other doll that I did get in that series that I like, and I'm not returning, and is not cartoony to me in the face. So that's this one, which I consider the Asian doll. I don't know if Mattel does, but this is, to me, the Asian Holiday Barbie, and I think she's really pretty. And again, these have Model Muse bodies too. That one had one arm down, one arm posed. This one has both arms posed at the waist, or, on the waist. Here's a better view of her face, and there's those earrings. Same dress, obviously, on all of them. In years past, they did sometimes different dresses on the two, when they had two, on like the African American and the Caucasian doll. And I kind of like that. I don't really like when they're all identical. That's just me. I don't know. When they're really nice, I guess it's better. But, this has got to be one of my least favorites in the last few years. Now, probably the one that, in a shimmery red dress that, let me see if I can show you. It's up in the corner there of the top shelf that has this. So right here, if I can point to it. Nope, that's way over. So way down on the end here, you'll see that red shimmery dress. Let me see if I can actually get this closer to the doll so you can see it better. Kind of hard to do. Oops, wrong way. It's not working. So anyway, I think you know which one I'm talking about. That doll was about 3-4 years ago, and fix this camera. And that was definitely my least favorite for a while, because there's so many beautiful dresses over the years on holiday dolls. They're underrated, in my opinion, some of the outfits or some of the designs that look really good. And I even liked last year's pretty well. But yeah, this one, no, I'm just not a fan. And actually, if I can get another one of her pretty reasonable, or like when they go on clearance or something, I would like to take her out of that and put her in something nicer. But yeah, she's, I think, a pretty one. And then, does anybody have this one yet? That's the one I was originally going to get. I'm going to sneeze. Okay, sorry about that. I did have to sneeze. So yeah, this doll here is the one I'm probably going to get instead of the one that, that African American one. I just think that it's nicer, and I should have stuck with my original intent to get this one. Now, for some reason, there's a price difference, and I don't know why, on Amazon. This one is listed right now for the original price of, I believe, $49, whereas these two were like $42.99, I believe. And the Asian one in my hand, if I was to get another one right now, or maybe when I got her, I don't know how much she was with. I usually get these with points, so I don't pay the full price, but I think she's somewhere in the middle, and I don't know why there's a price difference like that. So, yeah, I'm hoping to return this one and get a different one. Now, I want to show you the male doll in the series that I don't think I've shown yet, and that's this one. This one seems to be really popular. I got the Asian doll as well, which I meant to bring up, but he's not accessible right now, and I took him out of the box. However, I have another one of him coming because they were at a sale, and again, rewards points. So I'm going to keep one in the box and one out of the box, which is what I hope to do with him when I can find another one for a good price. Here's a picture of all four of them on the back. And I really do like all of them, I have to say. The jacket, I'm not crazy about. I wish it was a different fabric. I don't mind the colors and the look, the overall look. The jacket looks a little big on the pictures. Now see, again, we got a difference with the pictures and what it looks like on the doll. It doesn't look too big here. but on here it looks kind of bulky and baggy, so maybe they made a change after that. It almost needs to be a little, they need another button for one to keep it closed. But yeah, here he is close up. I think he's a really cute face mold, and they did a good job. Of course, these do have rooted hair, not molded hair. And I like the shoes. I wish they had given them socks, but they did not. They're sockless. They do, of course, come with stands. But, you know, keep in mind, this is the first year for Holiday Ken ever. So I think it's important that we support this so that we get more Holiday Kens, and also that we recognize that this is history. You know, the first ever Holiday Ken. And that they did 4 is amazing, because they could have just done, you know, like these 2, and we wouldn't have gotten the 2 that I like best. So I really do like the African American one, but he's very much like a doll I already have from the Fashionista line, so I just don't see paying another $42, or no, these aren't 42, these were 28, I believe, 28 something on Amazon, so they're not as expensive as the Barbies. And the blonde, he's cute, but again, he's always my last choice. I wouldn't mind having, honestly, all 4 of these. And if they go on sale, I probably will get them over time. But for now, I want to get the 2 that I like the best, and that's the 2 that I have. This one and the Asian doll, which is right here. He's my favorite, to be honest. I just really like him. I think he's very handsome. I like his hair, his face. Of course, as usual, they have the same outfit. Now, let's see what they look like together with the Barbie, by the way, if I can get these in the same picture. Let me hold it up differently. I think they go together pretty well color-wise. So, but you see, here's an example of something I was talking about earlier, is this doll with the gold and the black. That looks so much better than just this. They probably would have never put black on her dress, but it just would have been nice to have some other color in here, especially if you're going to use this fabric. And get rid of this bow. Boy, I hate those kind of bows. That whole thing I would just rip off. If I was redesigning this, I would take that whole thing off. I'd like to see, because it's not horrible without that. I think it's much better. And of course, I would like it to be a sleeker dress at the bottom, like the 80th anniversary maybe. But then I don't know what you would put with this. I think it could... Some red or something with it would have been nice. Maybe like her wrap could have been red or something. I just think that would have been better. But that's just me, and I'm not a designer, but I have a lot of thoughts and opinions. So everybody, I hope you've enjoyed this video, especially the newest doll of the 80th anniversary Mattel, the Mattel 80th anniversary Barbie, not Barbie's 80th anniversary. It's kind of amazing that they were out in, let me see what year they said. Well, they didn't say, but 80 years ago. But yet Barbie was years later, so it took a little while. Okay, I hope you have a great week. I'll see you next time on Barbie Dolls of the Week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and share if you feel that you could share it with a group or something. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.